Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. Today is going to be a vulnerable day. And the reason why I say that is because I'm going to be sharing with you my YouTube journey over the past 2 years. I started in May 2024, and I'm going to be talking to you about what that has looked like because I am not yet monetized. I do not make any money from my videos. And I have made, I think this will be my 51st video actually. And we're going to go through some analytics and talk about what YouTube algorithms are and kind of how they work from my understanding. This is not a guru video. I'm not claiming to be an expert. Clearly I'm not monetized, but I just want to be real with you all. If you're considering starting YouTube, or if you have already been in the YouTube grind for, I don't know, the past 6 months or something, and you're wondering if it's really worth it, this video is for you. And I hope that you stay to talk about the good, bad, and the algorithm. Let's get started. So like I was saying, I started YouTube around May 2024. It says 1 year ago, but that's just because YouTube timing is so precise. It hasn't fully been 2 years yet, but just about. And this is my video library. And I will say clearly, yes, I started YouTube because I wanted to become monetized. I am hoping to start making money from YouTube. I really hate it when people say, oh, I just started for fun. It's like, no, come on, you started because you are hoping that this would go somewhere. You're hoping that people are going to watch your videos, that they're going to like your videos. Anyways, the tutorial that I did for Awin was the first video that I had really take off as far as views. So I have 3.6 thousand views, and it's significantly more than many of my other videos that you can see. This took 9 months. So I was making videos for 9 months. The same exact time that I could have had a baby is how long it took for me to finally get a video that had some traction. The takeaway is, if you're going to start YouTube, just know that you have to be in it for the long game. I'm now going to take you to my YouTube studio to give you a real behind the scenes look at what you can see in your studio once you become a creator. So it has your top content, it has your latest video performance, total amount of subscribers, your amount of views, watch hours, all of that, all of the things that you would probably want to know immediately on your dashboard. We already saw what others see when they view my channel, but now we're going to look at my content from the YouTube studio perspective, which this is the behind the scenes, like I said, gives you more in-depth look at your, oh, don't worry about this copyright right here. I wanted to show you. Just because it says copyright doesn't mean I actually copied anybody, okay? You can read that little window. But this just shows you the date publication, total amount of views, total comments, your like versus dislike ratio, all of those important things that help you decide what's working, what's not. While we're going through this, something that I want to encourage all of you to consider when you're in your own YouTube studio and looking at these numbers, low views don't always mean bad content. My like to view ratio shows the opposite. My videos, as you can plainly see, don't always get a lot of views, but the like to view ratio is strong. That tells me that the content resonates. It just hasn't reached enough people yet. And it does take time, especially when you are in a saturated niche like I am. I'm going to be using this video quite a bit as an example, the share a sale Awin one, because like I said, it was the first to really take off, and you will always have dislikes, okay? I want you to know that. Don't be discouraged by dislikes. It is actually better to have them, because if you don't, it means that your videos didn't really reach. Like my videos that you saw with little views didn't have dislikes either because nobody was watching it. All right, back to the analytics of one of my most popular videos, the first one that did really take off for me. So as you can see, over 3,600 views, total watch time, 218 hours. And this video has earned me 39 subscribers. Going down, looking at the average watch time, the average percentage viewed is 27%, and typically that is a low number for retention. However, when it's a tutorial-based video, it's not actually as discouraging as it might look like, because typically with tutorial videos, people click, they find the information that they need, they get that value from it, and then they leave. Something that I wanted to show you, because I have heard many self-proclaimed grow your YouTube channel as fast as you can type channels. They say things like you have 24 hours after you post a video, and if the algorithm doesn't catch your video within those first 24 hours, basically all hope is lost and your video will never perform well. So I'm going to show you what this video looked like in its first 24 hours. Under the views column, you can see it only had 11 views in the first 24 hours. You can see where I filtered it on the left-hand side. And it only had 0.4 watch time hours, 0 subscribers, 1,300 impressions, and a 0.7% impressions click-through rate. Obviously, I would have never guessed at this time that this would become one of my best performing videos. By the way, the 0.4 watch time equals 24 minutes. So in total, it had only been watched for 24 minutes between those 11 views. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is how long it actually took for this video just to get to 1,000 views, because that also did not happen overnight or even quickly, I would say. So I'm going through the dates here slowly, just so that you can see with the time, the date. It took quite a while. It took a few months, actually. So it was just there, July 25th is when it finally reached 1,000 views. Remember, I published this in March. Some of you may say this is just one video example, so let me go ahead and show you another video of mine that took off, that is popular, has over 3,000 views. When I say popular, of course, I mean relative to the rest of my videos. And I'm going to show you the same thing, how this video performed within the first 24 hours. So same thing, 11 views, 0.4 watch time, that means 24 minutes. I did get 1 subscriber within the first 24 hours, 627 impressions, and so on and so on. Obviously, this is nowhere near what it eventually ended up being. All right, so we're gonna go back and look at how the views have climbed since it was published, to show you, just as I did with my other video, how long in fact it did take for this video to reach 1,000 views. And as you can see, very similarly, it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen even within the first week or the first month. It took quite a bit of time for me to reach 1,000 views for this video. And still, as of today's date, this is one of my best performing videos. The next part of YouTube Studio that I wanted to show you, and I think this is probably what a lot of you are most interested in, is how you earn on YouTube, how you become monetized. So if you go to the Earn tab in YouTube Studio, you will see exactly where you stand with monetization. You see subscriber count, watch hours, and what you need to qualify. Once you're approved, this is where you control how you earn from your content. There are 2 main monetization tracks inside the YouTube Partner Program. They're basically 2 different levels of access. So early monetization, this is the first step in. You need 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. What you can get is fan funding like Super Thanks, Super Chat, and memberships, access to basic monetization tools, and early ways to start making money from your audience. With full monetization, this will obviously be your main revenue track. This is the complete entry into ad revenue sharing, which is what everybody wants. To qualify, you need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. Everything in the starter track you obviously continue to get, plus you get ad revenue from your videos and shorts, full access to YouTube's monetization system. So this is when your channel is now fully monetized and can earn from ads at scale. One day, you guys, one day, I hope I can look back on this video here and be like, I did it, I made it, you all got me there, we pulled through. Anyways, hopefully it doesn't take much longer, because I've been in this game for 2 years now, and I'm gonna tell you, consistency is key. but it's also the hardest part, to be real with you all. But hold that, because I'll be sharing my thoughts and fifis with you all at the end of this video. I just want to get through the educational portion, and then I will explain if I think that YouTube is worth it or not. So on to the next page. Here on channel analytics, this is one of your most important pages in YouTube Studio. The overview is your big picture snapshot. It shows total views, watch time, subscribers, gained or lost, top performing videos, and then you have content. This is your video performance breakdown, how each video is performing, views per video, impressions and click-through rate, traffic sources, meaning how people find your videos. Then we have the audience tab. This is who is watching you. I'll be watching you. On YouTube, you want stalkers, returning stalkers, and lots of stalkers, okay? In the real world, stalkers are scary and terrifying. On YouTube, stalkers are money, all right? Something I wanted to point out really quick, on YouTube, it's normal for most views to come from non-subscribers. YouTube is a search and recommendation platform first, remember. As you can see from the percentages here under audience by watch behavior, clearly at this stage, my channel is still being discovered, so YouTube is mostly showing my content to new viewers instead of a built-in returning audience. Another form of encouragement that I wanted to offer those of you who are feeling burnt out, maybe, you've been doing YouTube for 6 months to a year and you don't feel that you're really getting anywhere. I want to show you what my subscriber count was like during my first year, because it's vastly different than how it turned out by my second year. So this is my first year subscriber growth. And as you can see, I had really hardly anything for a long time, and then there was a big jump. Now I will show you what it looks like from my second year, and you can see that there's a really large difference. I mean, look, 178 in the selected dates that I gave, that selected date range. So, I mean, this is just to show you that clearly I am experiencing growth. YouTube takes a lot of consistency and a lot of time, unless you are somebody, which is rare, to just hit viral on the algorithm because of some trending topic that you covered. And, I really recommend just doing what you're passionate about instead of riding the trends. But anyways, you know what you want to do. So that's just my 2 cents. Hi, everyone. So in this part of the video, I'm not going to be showing you anything other than my face. I'm just going to be talking to you about if I think YouTube is worth it or not after 2 years, and I am still not monetized. And if you saw my earnings page, in my YouTube Studio, I'm not even halfway there. I'm not even close to being monetized. As far as if YouTube is worth it financially, as of right now, as of today, the recording of this video, no. Financially, it's not worth it. And I would like to say not yet, to be hopeful and optimistic that one day it will be worth it financially. But these past 2 years, it hasn't been, because I haven't made anything from it at all. And I think that these tutorial videos probably seem like they are very easy and simple to put together, and they actually take a lot more work than what you might expect. One video, depending on the topic, could take me anywhere from 3 to 6 hours, and I think that might actually even be conservative for me to say 3 to 6 hours. Because it's research, I need to understand the topic that I am teaching. I have to do the screen recordings. I have to do the edits. I have to make a script that is coherent and easy to follow to make sure that my video makes sense to the people that watch it. It is a lot of work. And, I used to be one of those people that said that content creation wasn't a real job. And I still understand that sentiment, because once you do really make it to the top, it's so much more comfortable for a lot less work than other jobs that are out there. So I still understand that sentiment a lot, but at the same time, it's a lot more work than I imagined it would be. For me, I mentioned this earlier in the video, the hardest aspect of YouTube is the consistency. It's very hard, and it's one of the key things to success on YouTube, or just content creation in general, not necessarily YouTube. I used to be really good in the beginning, maybe the first, I don't know, 9 months or something. I was really good about uploading every 7 to 10 days. And I lost that because I had some things happen in my personal life. I moved states, so I was absent from YouTube for like 2 or 3 months. And I got burnt out. I really did. I mean, it's very, very hard to keep coming up with content every 7 to 10 days, once a week basically, coming up with ideas that you believe people will want to hear about, things that they will want to watch, that they will search in YouTube or in Google and have your video pop up. And then you do all of that work that I mentioned, the 3 to 6 hours, if you do tutorials like I do, for example. And that consistency can be really draining, especially when there's not really a lot of reward for it. And that makes it hard. And this isn't to vent to you. It's just to let you know that if you are considering starting a YouTube channel or starting any type of content creation, or maybe you already have and you're in that area of like, why am I doing this? That headspace, I should say, of why am I doing this? Is it ever going to pay off? Is it even worth it? That's why I'm bringing this up to you, so that you can know what to expect. You can know that you're not the only one who feels that way if it is something that you feel. And listen, I am not saying goodbye. This isn't a like see you later video or whatever. If I'm ever going to leave YouTube, I will just leave. I won't announce it, to be real with you. I do still want to continue doing YouTube. I want to try and do it for at least another year and see what happens. And the reason why I do like doing YouTube is because I really enjoy these videos. I have gained so many skills with these videos. I have learned so much about making money online. I have other areas online that I am trying to develop and make money. I have another YouTube channel. I have a blog. And so I've learned so much from doing these affiliate marketing tutorials and doing the shipping tutorials and all of the different, Shopify. And I've done so many in the past 2 years. Like I said, I think this is like my 51st video. And I'm happy for that I've learned as much as I have. And I do get really good feedback on my videos. I have a really high like to view ratio. My subscribers have grown significantly. I get comments that are really great and inspire me to keep going and motivate me to keep going. But the truth is that I can only imagine myself doing this for another year. And if it doesn't end up paying off at that point, or if I don't at least get really close to monetization, I will quit. And so, yeah, I mean, is YouTube worth it? Again, right now, financially, it's not. I think that it's worth it in just proving that you can do something and getting skills from it and putting something out there, because the reality is that the majority of people are too scared to even do this. So if you've ever even just started, congratulations to you, for real, because most people don't have the courage to do something like this. And I think that is really huge. So anyways, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.